Hey everyone! This year I wanted to start winter backpacking. I decided last year that I wanted to do it, so I started collecting gear last year. And today, at this point, I finally have all my gear ready to go that I think that I'll need. How I figured out what I would need is I just went on YouTube and watched different backpacking videos on winter camping. One of the really good ones was Justin Outdoors. He's from Calgary area and he goes out quite often and he has extensive gear reviews. So I basically just watched lots of his videos. I made notes of everything that he found worked for him. Went out, got the stuff. Of course, I won't know if it's going to work for me or not until I actually get out there and try it, but I'm hoping that it will, and that's it, and I won't have to buy any more. So I'm looking for people to go winter backpacking with, hint hint. A few people on my hiking group said they may be interested, but they were wondering what gear they would all need to get for it. So rather than make a list and send everybody a list, because there was a few people interested, I figured I would just do a gear video. Then if you want to watch it, you can. You can also, like I said, go watch Justin Outdoors and other YouTube videos to get different ideas that other people may have. So let's get started. First off, I realized I'm probably going to need a bigger bag. I have the Gregory Diva 80 liter, which I thought would be plenty big enough for all this stuff. But I started packing and I can't fit everything in. I think I'm going to have to invest in a 100-liter backpack or find a way to be more crafty with my packing. Okay, so we'll start just unloading my pack. Hanging on the front, I have my Garmin InReach. I don't go anywhere without this little guy. In my one hip pocket, I have bear scares. Bears may or may not be hibernating whenever I am able to get out. But there's always cougars, so I figured they'd be good to carry. On top here, I have my Thermarest foam pad that I'll bring to put underneath my sleeping pad. It's just a little foamy thing like this. Half of what keeps you warm is not just your sleeping bag, but it's your sleeping pad and your sleep system underneath of you. So this has an R value of, I think, about 2, so that will help boost the R value of my sleeping pad that I have. Okay, start with the outside here. Oh, and I won't go into detail about the brands or anything that I bought. You guys can ask questions later if you'd like. So this stuff here is just my tent pegs for my tent. Move all this stuff out of the way here. I have my axe in case I want to build a little fire. And because I don't want to sit on the ground in the snow, I have a little stool. It's really lightweight, weighs practically nothing. Moving on to the other side, I have this foil pad here that I plan to just lay on. There be the first layer of my sleep system, just to lay on the bottom of the tent, keep some of the cold out. I don't know if it's gonna be very insulating or not. It's just a cheap thing from Amazon. But and then on this side, drink pocket here, because it's going to be winter, your water is going to freeze. So you can't use the normal smart water bottles that I usually use. So I have a Nalgene bottle, and then this is an insulator for it to help stop the water from freezing. This soft-sided platypus water will be my other one that I will put inside my pocket of my coat, so that it'll be next to my body and it'll help keep it warm while I'm hiking and when I need water. Let's take the bottom off here so that I can set this down easier. I have another little foil sit pad. Just if I want to sit and have a snack, or to sit it on my stool if it's super cold. Anything to help keep me warm. And then, of course, I have my tent. I bought a 4-season tent. I just bought a cheapo from Amazon right now because I wasn't sure if I could find people to go backpacking with or how often I would go or if I'd even like it. So rather than invest in a really good 4-season tent, I got this for now. In the back pocket here, I have a little lightweight avalanche shovel. So that way if I gotta shovel snow around my tent skirting or dig myself out or make a little eating area, I have that. I got snow tent pegs because there's gonna be snow. So these hopefully will work. And then I have my crampons in here, the micro spikes in case I need those while out. I'll also bring my snowshoes too, probably. Here I have a little Bluetooth thermometer so I can see how cold it gets at night. It hooks up to my phone and I can record. Here I have a canister for my fuel. I had to get a different stove because in cold weather the canister ones don't work very well, so I bought the MSR Whisper Light International that runs off kerosene or white gas. So I plan on putting kerosene in here. Not sure how much I need yet, so that'll figure out. I have a little folding saw to make fire. So in the very top brain, I have my bathroom bag. So it's got little wag bags in it in case there's no outhouses. You don't want to be doing number 2 because you can't bury it. So these have chemicals in it and you can do it in there and haul it out. I have my Shewee, little female urination device. I bought this because I always have to pee in the middle of the night and I'm too scared of the dark, so I never get out of my tent and hold it all night long. This worked wonderful this summer. I just peed in a bottle, so I have a rolled up platypus bottle here for that. And then of course my Kulu cloth and hand sanitizer. The other part I have my Kindle in case I want to read at night or sit around the fire and read. I have some merino wool, just liner gloves to wear around camp. I have a little toque with a light on it. And I have my Black Diamond gloves. I love these things. They're so warm that I could barely wear them last winter, but I imagine they'll be good for sitting around camp. They also come out, so then you can just use these as a liner, and they worked pretty good in the rain. For food, I got my Ursack Almighty. Once again, in case there's still bears that aren't hibernating yet, but also in case there's critters. They like to get your food too. And then also for cooking, which didn't fit in my pack, I made this ugly, food insulator. You boil the water, put it in your dehydrated food and slip it in here. And it helps keep the heat in, which will be really handy in the winter. I have my camp booties. So once I get to camp, I'll take off my boots and wear these. I got a hard bottom, so you can kind of wear them around in the snow. Because you can't get water or use a water filter, you're going to have to melt snow for your water, which takes a lot. So I bought a titanium 2-liter pot so I can melt snow quicker. And then inside the pot, I have matches, waterproof matches, my Whisper Light MSR stove, and a lighter. Also, it didn't fit in my bag is I have vapor barrier socks that I'll wear when I'm hiking. So that way, if my feet sweat, they don't get my boots wet, and then in the morning, I don't have frozen boots. You can just use garbage bags or plastic bags if you want. Bear spray, of course. Year round I carry that. My bear horn. First aid kit. My mug. A raincoat in case you got wet snow. If you're sitting around camp with a down jacket, that will make it not work. So that. Okay, and here I have my camp clothes for sitting around camp. So I've learned that when you get to camp, you make your camp, you do all your camp chores and everything you need to do while you're still in your hiking clothes because you're going to sweat. And then once all that is done, then you change into your camp clothes. So that way you're not getting cold, you're nice and dry, you can stay warm. So if we're around camp, I have a big down puffy coat. Bigger and thicker than my other puffy coat that I usually wear. I have a pair of down pants. Like put these over my other pants. I have fleece pants because I've learned on YouTube that they are warmer when you're sitting around. And a fleece shirt. Wear a fleece coat too if you wish. And then I have my base layers, which are merino wool. I'll sleep in these. And then I have really, really thick wool socks. And then I have fleece socks. And then if my feet still aren't warm, I have down booties. So I can sleep in these or wear them in my camp boots. And I have a merino wool balaclava to wear while sleeping. Hopefully my nose and face doesn't freeze. I have a sleeping bag liner. It adds, I don't know, 15 degrees or something like that to your warmth. It's the Sea to Summit Thermolite Reactor Extreme. I don't know if I'll need this because I went hardcore on my sleeping bag. I have the Thermarest sleeping pad. It's the winter one. Can't remember, the Thermarest Extreme or something like that. It's like a 8 R value or something. I'll have to go and look, but yeah, it's the winter one. For my pillow, I usually have an inflated Nemo equipment pillow, but I wasn't sure if, because there's air inside, if it would get cold. So, and plus it wasn't that comfortable anyways, I didn't like it. So I bought this Thermarest cinch pillow. It's foam, so it feels comfortable, but yeah, it's bulky. And my sleeping bag. So I always sleep really cold. So I spared no expense on the sleeping bag. I got the Marmot -40 comfort level sleeping bag is what they said. I emailed the company, I don't know if I seen what the rating was, and asked them if the -40 rating was like limit, survival, or comfort, and they wrote back and said that it was comfort. So yeah, it might be a little overkill, but I'll be warm, hopefully, and I may have to invest in a sleeping bag that's not for such cold weather, as it might be too hot. I'll just take this out here so it folds up nice, but put some air in there. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good little sleeping bag. It's got quite a bit of draft collars and stuff like that. And then these open up so you can stick your arms out for ventilation, or if you want to move around in your tent. And then it has a whole bunch of pockets inside to store your phone and battery banks or anything else that you don't want to get cold, because the cold drains the battery. That's that. And then, like I said, my pack was the Gregory Diva. I think just in this pocket, all I do have is just the rain cover for it, and I have an emergency bivvy in case. You never know. Something happens, someone can get to me right away. For some reason I can't set this stuff up, and I always carry this with me when I'm hiking, day hikes in the summer or whenever. So that's that. And then I have my FlexTail little air pump. It's battery operated. This thing is awesome. I tried it a couple weeks ago, and I wish I would have brought it with me all summer now rather than blowing up my pad with my mouth. In the winter time, you don't want to use your warm breath to blow up your pad, because then it deflates or whatever. So you want the cold air that you're going to be sleeping in and use to fill up your pad. So I have this, and then it's also a little lantern. So I have that. A big pile of gear here in my bedroom. Oh, and then I have a Zippo hand warmer. This runs off lighter fluid, and I just tried this out today for the first time, and it got really, really hot. It comes with this little carrying case, and I thought, oh, do you really need it? But yeah, it got so hot that you could hardly touch it, so you definitely need the carrying case. And this is a 12-hour one, and I would say this lasted 9 hours at least. They say it for the first time you use it won't last quite as long. It's supposed to last 12 hours. So yeah, this thing was pretty awesome. So in case I need reliable heat, then I have that. Also, when it's cold, condensation can build up in your tent. So because I have a down sleeping bag, which can't get wet, they recommend using, probably hear my dogs, a synthetic blanket to throw over. This didn't fit in my bag either, but it's pretty big and bulky, so I might have to invest in a ultra lightweight one from Light & Equipment or something. But yeah, basically just a synthetic blanket to put over your sleeping bag, so that way if condensation drips on you, then it's still going to keep you warm and your down bag won't get wet. And then last, I just have my ditty bag with some odds and ends, some zip ties. They always come in handy. I have some more of those hand warmers, some gear repair tape and mesh and whatnot. A little jackknife, duct tape, and my headlamp, some wipes, toothpaste tabs, toothbrush, that kind of stuff. So yeah, anyways, I think I have everything I need. Guess I'll find out. There's always more you can buy, obviously, but this should get me started. So yeah, so if anybody wants to come with me, I'm looking. Thanks for watching.